Boom, start recording. All right, so that
Welcome
will.
back, everybody. If you liked our surprising games, you're gonna hate the disappointing one because I'm gonna touch some fucking nerves on this one.
You think so?
Yes.
I really hope I clicked on the right game. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Um so this will be episode, what did I say episode this is?
The one we're gonna do now?
Yeah, 52.
Yes.
Wow.
Disappointing games?
It's crazy to think we're that far. Um yeah. There we go. All
Yeah.
right. I'm
And these are
actually
not I'm not gonna mention these because they're hot takes. It's just because I personally couldn't play these games. Some of them are well loved. I can't.
I think there's a lot of games like that though. I'll
It's just
probably have
disappointing, right? I mean, there's got a reason it's disappointing to you.
I'm looking at mine right now to see if there's anything. I have one on here that I know people did like, and I hated it. Other than that, I don't think any of mine are too hot of a take. Um, well, screw it. Go for it. You start.
Let me I'll get the non-hot take ones out of the way. Dead Rising for PS3. Bored to tears 10 minutes into that fucking game. And I think I played it with you.
I can do you one better. Dead Rising for any console.
Okay, but that's just the one I played it for because it's the same six zombie types the
Yep.
entire game. And I don't like, and this will lead into something later, when your fucking weapons break.
Yeah. Well, or good luck saving the game, even
Yeah.
though you know to go back to the bathroom and it doesn't save.
hmm Yeah, that game is just, and I can't believe that's got a fan base enough and they made, what, two more of those games? Is there
Pe-
three of those?
People loved it. I don't get it. I liked it until I couldn't save, and because I couldn't save, and everyone's like, "Oh, you gotta go to the bathroom." I'm like, "I am." They're like, "Oh, you gotta do it a certain way." I'm like, "No, you shake it more than once. You're playing with yourself. There's no way to do this in the bathroom." Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Once I noticed that I was like only six zombie types, I'm like, forget it. I know what this game is. I'm bored as shit already.
Yeah, I never made it very
Well,
far in it, and the game has
this
such
gum,
potential.
you can't put the shotgun together without the gum. Oh, I can't believe I missed the gum. Get out of my face.
Did you ever run outside?
I don't think so. I didn't let us play it very long.
I don't know if that's supposed to be like another level or something, but I got mowed the hell down by zombies. I'm like, this is not even fun. It's
You walk up there with a traffic sign on a broom handle. What am I supposed to do with 5,000 zombies coming at me? Oh, the handle broke. You better get back. How am I getting back?
I'm taking that chainsaw up my own neck if that ever happened in real life.
No
I'm like,
kidding.
we're done here. Zing. It, I'm with you on that one. I, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you could find people who actually like the game who are with you on that one. Because I'll admit, when I started out, I'm like, oh, this could be fun. Like just killing things in
It's
different
fun.
ways. Like, what's that?
It looked fun. I mean,
Yeah, it just went to shit quick.
I couldn't even tell you how many levels there are. I wouldn't get past the first one.
I know there's
Like,
a bathroom in a mall.
I remember the mall. Yeah,
Yeah, you
and
start there. I know you can go outside because I got my ass mowed the fuck down.
I didn't even know that. So that's good. And then Dead Rising 2. I'm like, I'm not falling for that shit.
No, I think I own it, but I think it was one of those bundle pack things again where I eBay bought a bundle of
Like,
them.
or you
It
buy two and get one free. Like, well, I gotta figure this thing out.
yeah, yeah. It's one of those things too where I mean, I get digital, but I still try to collect physical if I think it's really physical. Um, yeah, Dead Rising. God, that was a. I'm with you. It's not on my list either. That should have been. That was a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna. This one might not be very popular, but I think you might agree with me on this. This might be on your list. I'm gonna start off the same way as I did on the last episode, where I start with the positives. This one though is Evil Dead: The Game, the newest one.
Almost made the list.
I
In fact, if I'd have done another honorable mention, it would have been it.
I love the game's ideas and presence. For me, it's not a game that should be online. It should just be a damn campaign, and don't make it so bloody freaking difficult. Bloody, yes, but and I hear what I'm saying about things being difficult, but there's a certain extent to where a game. I get some people can just fly, like Chris. He can fly through a game. I don't know how he does it. To me, I'm just like I get so frustrated. I'm like, this is not fun. A game should not make me miserable.
I agree 100% with you on the reasons. The game looks beautiful.
Yes,
It's
gorgeous.
it's made with love and respect for the franchise.
Yep.
I just can't play it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It kind of pisses me off too. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't get the more expensive one because I think it would have irritated me. But then at the same time, I'm like, God damn it, maybe I should have got the more expensive one because at least I would have something to show for it. It
I don't play any of the online because I tried and the boards are just so goddamn ginormous. Like and you got everybody running every which way to do their own thing. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do this. So I went and tried to play the like solo missions where you play parts of the movies and the show. I can't get the first one because it's so goddamn difficult. I even found the shortcut where you go right to the house to get the legendary chainsaw and shotgun. It doesn't mean diddly dick because you can carry two Shem Colas with you, right? That'll heal you.
yeah.
But when you get to the grave to get the head of your girlfriend, like you're supposed to bring it back to the cabin to fight Henrietta, who, by the way, there's no chance of beating her, so it doesn't matter.
Well, Ted Raimi is a
But
bitch.
but so you get the head, and you get attacked by six deadites. Two of the guys are big bruisers, and you try and step away to heal. Nope, they rip your head off because you're only in this certain area that you can go. You can't ever get far enough away to drink the soda fast enough before they slam you into the ground and kill you. It's bullshit.
Wow, you said more than I did, and it's on my list. How did it not make
It
your
should have been on
list?
my list. I wasn't thinking because
Kind of like Dead Rising should have been on my list, and I can't believe. But as soon as you said it, I'm like, how did that not make my freaking list?
you know what? I'm going to add it as an honorable mention because I'm going to talk about it again later. Okay, go on. Never mind. Say your piece. I stole your thunder.
No, no, I was good. I just let you go. It was beautiful. What's your next one?
Because I really wanted to love that game so much.
You know me. I'm a somewhere around here, I got a little Lego man I made of myself with the chainsaw graphics.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
You opened the wound there. I didn't expect.
no, holy shit! I feel like the wound was there. I pulled the arrow out.
Yeah,
Um,
I should have been on here instead of one of these other ones.
I didn't know it was lodged in your artery because you're just
You know,
spurting there.
let me replace that. That's going to be on my list. I'm going to move one of the other ones to honorable mention.
That's awesome.
Yep, this one will go to honorable mention here because yeah, I that should have been on there. God damn it.
You know, I'm gonna just double check, make sure we're recording. Okay, we are.
He's got because that was some gold.
Oh
And the
crap!
thing that bugs me, like on the PS5, you can go and see how other people are playing. Like on the when you go to Evil Dead the game icon and you go down, you can see the other people that are playing it in the community. And these people are just shredding this shit like it's nothing. It's like how the fuck? But again, this is
We're
one of those
we're
games
old.
you have to. I refuse to believe that that's what it is. We've been playing this since the Ninja Gaiden days, where your ass got raped every
Oh,
time you plugged it in.
that should have made my
So,
list.
so but then it's another one of these games where you gotta build your character. Which stop it. Just let me play this game, please.
I don't. Well, I know you don't like skill trees and stuff like that. I don't mind building the character where it's like you just add like a strength bar onto it as you gain them.
Well, yeah, that's something else. But this is something else where you have to add certain like this guy's really good at mystics. So you got to add this, but
Yeah,
not this thing,
that
and
I
not
don't like.
that's what isn't Evil Dead. You can't add that to that guy because it's useless. You got to add this to this guy, but not this other thing. It's like just let
Yeah,
me play this fucking game. Why can't we have a single player game anymore? Why?
the only kind I like where you build up your character is where it's just the block and you just go through and you just start at the top one, strength, and you build that
Oh
up,
yeah,
and when it's
that's much
full, you
better.
move
Yeah,
down to the next one, speed.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But it's these build characters. I guess I don't have a problem with skill trees. I have a problem with the builds,
Yeah, no, I get that. I agree with that too. Where
which is all Evil Dead
you
is.
can't do this because your fireball doesn't blow blue fire.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. It does not. I got a shotgun. What do I need a fireball for?
yeah. So yeah, that okay. We agreed on that one.
That was that
Thank you
was
for bringing
not.
that up.
It's your turn too.
Well, I've also played that more than you because I don't think you played it much.
No, I took it out. I've been playing Shredder's Revenge more than anything.
All right, let me calm down here. Then
In fact, Shredder's Revenge didn't make the last video because I knew I was going to enjoy it. It wasn't a surprise.
oh yeah, it's not surprising. You could
Yeah,
tell. All right, then I'll go. I guess even though I monopolized that one,
I loved it.
I'm gonna mention Star Fox on the SNES.
So that didn't make my list, but I thought of it. But I knew I was gonna like it from the get go.
See, I was fooled because I'm like, ooh, this is that Super FX chip, and this is going to revolutionize gaming. And you see the commercials with this fox character flying and this chicken and this frog. I was like, no, they're not in the game. They show up in a little fucking thing in the corner.
In 16-bit.
They don't even talk. It just make noise. Okay. And then it's this fucking pixelated shit that you can't even tell what's going on. Fly through what? The circle? There's no circle. Oh, the square. Got it. Oh, did we mention your controls are inverted? You love that.
Oh,
Kiss
fucking
my
A.
ass.
Yeah, that's another one. I'll take a skill tree over inverted controls any damn day.
Help, Fox. Where the fuck are you? What am I even looking at? And then you gotta fly through this tunnel. Well, there's shit coming at you from every which way. Uh, oh, that's right. Inverted. Slam. Slam.
You know, the thing is that game, it felt like a goddamn demo.
It looks like it too. I mean, even looking back, like, why did we be blown away by this? Donkey Kong Country came out around the same time. It looks a billion times better
That
than
looks
this monstrosity.
that looks amazing. I'm actually a little bit surprised that wasn't on your list in the last. Well, because it wouldn't have been surprising. You knew you
Well,
were
it
gonna
wouldn't be
like it.
surprising. I knew that was going to be awesome from the start.
Yeah, Star Fox. What they should have done with that technology, with those polygons and stuff like that. Why did they never make a Star Wars arcade? That's what that FX chip would have been good for, because that was vector-based looking crap.
Yeah,
It instead they made
Star Wars
Star
Arcade looked
Fox.
better.
Well, they wanted to make another mascot. They really pushed Star Fox as a mascot.
Yeah, but he's not even in the game.
No, it's not even that great of a. Actually, he's not that bad of a mascot. It's just he's not. Yeah, he's a pixelated dude in it. He's like just any other game. They didn't do anything special with that character for graphics.
That's what I'm saying. He's in the commercials, all the characters in the commercials, and they're in the posters and all the comic strips. And then you get the game, and he's just a little picture in the corner. That's all he ever is.
Yep.
Like, what? You didn't even need this. Just call it Pixel Plane and go for it.
Call it Triangles R Us.
Try to call it. Your eyes are going to bleed.
Yeah. You know, I just thought of the Star Wars thing. They could have used that technology for the damn Star Wars arcade. And that would have been awesome. I would have bought that shit. Because you know what you're getting into when you buy that.
But even the Star Wars Super Nintendo games, they looked a lot better. They're impossible to play.
Oh, the Super Star Wars? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. I got all of those. Those are bitches.
Yeah, they're impossible to play, but at least they look good. Well,
yeah.
I shouldn't say that. The levels that I've been allowed to see look good.
We passworded through them during Comic-Con that time.
We did, and we still
yeah.
Goddamn Return of the Jedi.
You know, the sad thing is, Angry Video Game Nerd, I just watched his on that. He talks very well about him. Very good about it. Whatever the word is.
Some guys like the challenge. I would like to enjoy a game.
I do too. Yeah.
Like you said before, like with Evil Dead, I don't want to be miserable, and I'm miserable playing that. That's why I never play that Elden Ring shit either, because I know I'm going to be a miserable prick, and that's not why I'm going to play it.
It's why I don't drink wild turkey to get drunk. I want to enjoy my trip there.
Moving. Well, I don't know about that.
You like whiskey though.
I do.
I don't like whiskey.
Whiskey and bourbon.
Well, bourbon is whiskey.
All right, I guess I'll let you talk now.
Oh shit, where was I? Okay, so I already said Evil Dead. Shit, that's all I said so far, isn't it?
And I pretty much stole that one, so that was my bad.
So since I did one from because I said Evil Dead in the last podcast is one I like, but a different game, I'm going to do that again. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Genesis. I was so pissed off when I put that in and found out it was a Super Street Fighter game.
Now,
I'm like,
which did you get first? Did you get the Game Gear one first, or did you get the Genesis one first?
Game Gear first. I had Game Gear first and fell in love with it. Yep. And that's why
I got the Genesis.
Yep, and that's why it made my list in the other one. If it wasn't for the Game Gear one, I don't think I would have been pissed at the Genesis one. But when I bought the Genesis one with the same artwork, the same manual artwork, everything the same, and it turned out to be Super Street Fighter, which I get it. You probably can see in the video a little bit. There's a Super Street Fighter arcade cabinet back there, but I bought that because of the button layout. I was pissed. Pissed is the pissed is the wrong word. Severely disappointed.
Oh, tap into the emotions.
Yeah, it was. Put it this way: if I was any more disappointed, then it would have been pissed. I think I was pissed. The problem is, I remember having it, and getting my roommate at the time to play against me to justify buying this piece of shit. I was so upset. I was just, and I still own it to this day, and I always will. It's like one of those things, Star Wars and Power Rangers. I own that shit.
And Evil Dead
And Evil Dead, yeah, yeah. They could
and
come out with a
Pokemon.
sequel to that damn game, and I'll own it. Pokemon, yeah. Well, that's Ross's pretty much. I gave him all that stuff, but it.
If they make a sequel, I'm not gonna get. Nope, that was the last one.
What you can get sucked. Oh yeah. Um, yeah. Pokemon didn't make this list at all for me, but yeah. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Genesis version. I stress Genesis version because the Super Nintendo version was awesome, just like the Game Gear version.
Yeah, I have both of those. I have the Super Nintendo and the Game Gear.
I do now. Yeah, now that I
Yeah,
learned that shit, it
so I put a lot of hours in that Super Nintendo game.
oh, it's good. I've never beat it.
Yeah,
I should try. I just never. It's one of those ones I never minded starting over again because it was just fun.
yeah.
It
A lot of Super Nintendo games like that where you just like Yoshi's Island. I think I've beaten that thing like 12 times. I just love playing it.
I never played a Yoshi game.
No, Yoshi's Island is a Mario game basically. It's Mario World 2.
Oh, I never played that either. But you gotta remember, I was Genesis. I didn't
Yeah,
have
that's
the
right. Yeah,
Super
you
Nintendo.
have
Yeah,
Super Nintendo.
yeah, and that was into anyone who's like, oh, fucking Genesis kid. It wasn't. We've talked about this before. It wasn't that I was against Super Nintendo. It was back then you owned one console and you were happy.
And you hope that one of your neighborhood or somebody you knew had the other one.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
never knew anybody had a Genesis, so
I went with Genesis because I knew someone. My neighbors had Atari. I had a Texas Instrument. I was so jealous of the Atari, not realizing I actually had the better system. Um, and then we went to their cousin's house once, and this is before I ever really touched a Nintendo. In fact, Sega I think might have came out first. I played the Master System, and I was blown away. I was like, "This is awesome!" I played Rad Racer with the 3D glasses. They had all the stuff, and I'm like, "This is freaking amazing!" And then all of a sudden, um, I think I got the Nintendo. My mom bought me a Nintendo. I think for my must have been my birthday because I was grounded for a month in the summer for smashing the car when I was 14. Just the fender, nothing big. It and I played the crap out of that. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out on TV, um, the cartoon, and I didn't know about it. You know, back then I didn't read the TV guide, and no one had TiVo and shit like that with guides and stuff. So when that came out, I'm like, what is this sweet, glorious shit? And but yeah, I never. And then I went to Genesis, and it wasn't because I didn't want the Super Nintendo. It's just one of my friends had a Master System also. He did that thing where if you traded in your Master System, you got the power converter to play Master System on the Sega, and that's where I first played Madden, which I think Madden might have made my favorites list last podcast.
no.
No, it didn't. That was a different video that we did. Um, and that was the one where I told you, if you killed the quarterback on the other team, the ambulance
Yeah.
would come out and run everyone over. So I fell in love with the Genesis. But I knew more people who had the Genesis than Super Nintendo. I actually didn't know barely anyone who had the Super Nintendo. But
There's
then
apps
the funny thing is, I had a video store at that time, where I was co-owner of a video store at the time, and we did have a Super Nintendo there. But I rarely checked it out or anything. I was more of a I don't know. I already owned a Genesis, so it was just one of those. It was just easier to, why would I hook up a whole console when I can just grab a game off the shelf? But yeah, that's it. I don't even know what
that's
I said. What did I say? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Genesis.
yes.
Wow, really going all over the place tonight. All right, what's your next one?
These are the hot takes.
Ah, yes.
Breath of the Wild on the Switch.
I agree with you there too.
I don't
Beautiful
see the
game.
appeal. It's a beautiful game, but it's boring as shit. I just don't understand the. And once again, you wander around and you have a cardboard sword and a cardboard shield, and you meet up with this villain, and you have no chance. Okay, well, I'm obviously not supposed to be here. So you wander off in another direction. Where the fuck am I supposed to be? What's going on?
You have to actually watch videos to play that game.
And fuck that.
I started to because I wanted it to work for me, and I got bored with it.
It's another one of those that I fooled myself into. I'm like, I'm not the biggest Zelda guy. I can enjoy some, but I'm like, ooh, the Switch. Everybody's talking about how great this is, and you get it. You're like, I can't even play this.
Yeah, that was that one, and there's another one too. We both had it. You got further than me. I gave up on it. It's the one where you get the boomerang on the DS and you could throw it and it would come back to you.
Oh, was that
Starlight. That's
Twilight Prince? No,
yeah. Was it
I
Twilight?
forget what it was. Windwalker or something? I don't remember.
I know to put out fires, you blew into the microphone on the
Yeah,
DS,
yeah, I remember it. I can't remember which one that was.
and it wasn't a
Played that
horrible
for a
game,
while.
but it was too fucking hard. It was well, it wasn't so hard. It got monotonous. Monotonous. Blah, blah, blah.
And to be Breath of the Wild did that shit too really quickly. I got so bored with it. And I'm not against open world games. I love open world games,
Yep.
but that one just did not. And there's nothing around you. It's like it's not well populated.
Yeah, you almost need a balance between that and the tall grass in Pokemon.
Yeah, okay.
Because in Pokemon, you can't walk 2 feet without fucking getting attacked by a Rattata. I'm
Yeah.
like, come on, let me just fucking walk 5 fucking feet before I get attacked.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, it got to a point where I'm just like, run away, and then you can't run away all of a sudden. I'm like, come on, that's yeah. How the hell did Pokemon not make my list? I'm with you on Breath of the Wild. I think it had potential. I think they just made it overly too adventurous in a weird way.
And the fact that it was like, it doesn't help it that it has all that hype behind it. And you're like, okay, this is gonna be good. Everybody loves this thing. And you play it like, no,
Well, and
I
it was
can't.
a Switch, like it was one of the first games.
Yeah,
And of course, I downloaded it because I bought the Switch, and I'm like, and I would have rather had it physical. But I'm like, well, I'm gonna download it. I gotta have something. I got the Switch. I gotta do something.
I got the Switch later than you did, so I got Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild at the same time.
Yeah,
And I played Breath of the Wild first, and it was like, ugh. And I put Odyssey in, and I never looked back. So
I never finished Odyssey, but what I did play of it was
I was
a
that's
million times better.
yeah, that's a great game.
I'm
But
with
again,
you on
it's
that one.
surprising. Breath of the Wild, I just can't. That's why I was like Breath of the Wild 2. Like you can have it. I'm not even gonna bother.
No, no, I can't justify buying sequels anymore unless I beat or enjoyed the first
The
one.
first one, yeah,
Yeah,
because there's no. It's gonna be more of the same. So why would I expect them to change it?
that one is a more hotter take. I don't think I have anything on my list that could be is considered
And
wrong.
again,
I don't think you're
I'm
wrong,
not
but
saying I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just personally cannot stand it.
it was a disappointing game.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like well, I'll jump into mine. Sonic 3D on the Dreamcast.
Okay. Yeah, that one. I'm sure that's a lot of people.
A lot. Well, actually, people loved it. Well, there are
Really?
people who disliked it too. Sonic's a side
Yeah.
scroller. You don't
Yeah, I
fucking
didn't think a lot of
3D that.
people like. I didn't think a lot of people like the Sonic 3D ones.
Oh, maybe not. I thought someone did. I don't know. I just remember I got it
Could
and I
be.
was so pumped to play it. I'm like, this is awesome. Put it in and I'm like, oh my god, the camera control sucks. It's just when your camera control sucks, it's like Transformers for the freaking Wii. It could have been a good game, but the nunchuck and crap. Give me a regular
Yeah.
controller. Damn it, I should have put that on my list. It moved. It moves too fast to have that kind of shit controller or camera control. It's so
Sonic
yeah,
is hard enough to play side scrolling.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those ones where if there's something you're gonna hit and you're not spinning, you're hosed because there's no time to react.
Or were you going so fast through the thing? Like, oh wait, what was that? Well, I'll never see that again.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, but that's one of the things I liked about Sonic. It had a little replay value to it because once in a while I would go back and be like, I gotta find that. Where was that?
Yeah.
It
I don't think I've ever played because there was that one that came out for the Xbox, that Sonic the Hedgehog, that was like hugely hyped, and it just tanked. Nobody liked it.
oh, that was a
I forget
3D
what
one
year that
too,
came
wasn't it?
out. Yeah, yeah, I think that was. It was like a 3D remake of the original one.
It could, yeah, yeah. There was well, and even the Genesis one that was 3D. There's Sonic 3D on Genesis also. That one got horrible reviews. It's hard to play though. It's one of those isometric fucking at an angle bullshit. Kind of like um, kind of like Paperboy, how it goes at an angle, so you don't know how to, or Cubert, you don't know how to do the controller.
I Paperboy. I have no idea how to play Paperboy to this day.
It's an arcade only game. You need the you need the
Yeah,
handlebars. Yeah,
yeah. You play it on NES. I've tried to play it on NES. I was like, what the fuck? Why is this a game?
yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you go twice because I'm gonna admit to it right now. Paperboy was the next one I was gonna say.
Oh well, go on.
Oh
I
no,
only
that
have one.
that's it. It's just freaking horrible. All right,
I have one left on my top five, and then I got a
that's all you have left.
two.
Let me take a look here.
Yeah, because I remember I put Evil Dead. I counted that, and I moved one into
Oh
honorable
yeah,
mentions. I have
that's
two
right.
honorable mentions, and I have one regular one left. So you might as well do Paperboy.
I have three left because I have two honorable mentions. How many do you have left, including your honorable mentions?
3.
Oh, so we're the same. Oh, go ahead. That's all I got to say about Paperboy. I mean, that was it. I don't have a big bitch. It was just a big disappointment because I really loved it in the
Imagine when
arcade.
you had the arcade, and then you go to the console, and like this can't be played. Like,
Exactly.
what's the point of playing this game
Yeah,
on
it
a
was,
console?
and I could never afford the quarters for the arcade. It wasn't until the Raspberry Pi, and I'm not a bootlegging kind of guy. Yeah, I am. But 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 you saw my collection of video games. You know, I'm a purist of buying physical if I can.
Oh yeah,
But I cannot. Well, first of all, where can you even find the game Paperboy anymore? And I want to play that damn thing, but I don't want to play the NES version, which I own because it sucks ass. That's it. That's it for me for Paperboy. Go for it.
all right, then my last of the 5, Super motherfucking goddamn Mario 64.
Which one is that one? Is that the World one though? Is that the game day release?
That was the
That's Mario World.
that is the Nintendo Ultra release, Ultra 64. No, Super Mario 64.
Is that the first one where you got to jump through the pit paintings in the castle to go to each board?
Yes,
Yeah, that
yes,
fucking game sucks. Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
And oh, the best Mario game ever. You can stuff that right up your ass because the I don't know how you control the fucking camera in that game and how you can tell where the hell you even are at any given point to even play this thing. I, yeah, great. It's 3D, fantastic. Die.
I just recently started playing that one not that long ago. Because they came out with the PC version of it. Someone hacked it, got to play, and it actually looks great on there. But like you said, the camera, I can't play it. I gave
It,
up already.
it's just a nightmare. I tried and I tried. I tried on the N64. I tried it on the Game Boy. I tried on the Virtual Console on the Wii. I tried on the Switch. I just cannot play this fucking game.
That's right. It's on the 3 pack of the Switch.
Yep.
I still haven't opened that yet.
Well, you don't have to. I was duped into buying that anyway.
Oh yeah, because they're going to end making them. They're going to be so rare.
All
There's
limited.
50,000 copies at the Target by my house.
Target still has a stack of them in the back, like 600 deep.
I think they're using them now for the wobbly shelves. They're shoving them under the leg to keep it from wobbling.
Yeah, Nintendo duped me again. I should know better, but I've fallen for it before, and I'm going to continue to fall for it. So whatever.
They're the number one selling console for a reason because everyone's a freaking fool, including me. I have, to anyone who can't see, I'm holding up a Wii controller, a Switch controller. You know how many of these damn things I own? Why? Because they put
I
a
only
freaking
own.
sale knocking it down 50 cents. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, I might get drift one day. I better grab one.
I've never had Drift on that or PS5, so I'm lucky.
I haven't either. Ross does, and I feel bad for him because he has the Switch with the multicoloreds. It came with the red and blue.
Oh yeah, I got that one.
See, mine just
I,
came with black, so I don't care.
oh yeah,
Um,
I think I mean, I've grown hoarse talking about that game on our podcast before.
all right, what else do we got here? Um, besides besides the screen being off a little bit.
All I got is 2 honorable mentions.
All right, so I lost my list. Where is my list? There it is. All right, so this could have been my first one. You know what? I'm not going to worry about what's honorable mention now. I'm just going to say them all. So I'll say this one next. Pac-Man for the Atari. Probably one of the worst effing games ever made. At least it's the worst effing port ever because the controls are horseshit. It doesn't even look like Pac-Man. The maze isn't correct,
How do you
and
not make it look at that? There's a yellow dot that is a pie slice out of it.
everything's a square in Atari. I mean,
Duh.
Atari had some pretty ugly looking games, but at least they made sense. I mean, Pac-Man made sense, but I mean, it's just the controls are horrendous. Unless you push up at the exact moment, there is no wiggle room like the arcade has. I mean, the arcade was still picky and rightfully so. But Pac-Man, I still bitch about Ms. Pac-Man, and people actually like Ms. Pac-Man because it was better than Pac-Man, even though it's still horse shit. So that's all I got to say about that one. It was just a piece of shit.
I feel like you're not fully tapping into your emotions here.
I really fucking hate that game. I was so pissed. The thing is, the neighbors had the Atari, I didn't. So when they got Pac-Man, it was like a big deal. I got over to their house and stuff, and we played it. We actually ended up putting it down and playing River Raid instead. River Raid's a great game. But Pac-Man, nope, nope. Someone should have their fucking ass removed using a hot poker, shove it up there, let it cool down, let it heal, yank it out, pull the ass out with it.
Damn.
Yeah. All right, what do you got?
Well, I'm in honorable mentions now, so I'll go with the one that replaced. I don't know why this made it over Evil Dead, but it shouldn't have. That Heavenly Sword on PS3.
Never played it, never heard of it.
It's God of War type clone. Hot chick with red hair on the front, big sword.
Oh, I would have bought that.
Yeah, I bought that. Now, yes, mostly for the cover, but I had seen some clips on it that it looked fun. It's broken, unplayable piece of shit, and like, okay, God of War is awesome. Why wouldn't this? It's got a hot red-haired chick in it with a big sword. Let's do this. Nope, garbage. But again, I think that was another one where Sony was trying to push her as one of their new mascots,
Oh, kind of going
and
for the Kratos kind of, hey,
yeah, it
you'll
didn't
know
work. And I
her.
think it was before Uncharted, so then Drake took over that
Is
because that game tanked.
Tomb Raider is an exclusive PS, is it?
It used to be. I don't think it is anymore.
Okay, because Laura Croft is kind of one of their. I wonder if I
That's
wonder
another
if they
goddamn game
lost
that
it.
I had trouble playing. The first one.
I watched a friend play it, and I just helped him, told him where to go and stuff, and that was the only way I could go through that. That and the first time I saw Resident Evil.
Oh, Resident Evil. Yeah, that's a
That
tough one
first
to
one's a
play.
tough game.
Resident Evil 2 is better. Yeah, Resident Evil the first one's tough.
Yeah, the Resident Evil. I don't think I would have actually played it through if it wasn't
Oh,
for my
what? It's that
buddy.
little tiny hallway. That's all you can see, and
Yeah,
you're on, like from on top. Yeah,
but
that's rough.
I did jump scare a few times. I mean, they did a good job. It just wasn't my type of thing. They
Yeah,
got better, obviously,
yeah.
but all right. Where is my honorable mention? I'm gonna throw this one out here because I want to save my last honorable mention. My last honorable mention really wasn't an honorable mention. I just did my list wrong. Um, but I'll say this one first. Dragon's Lair for the arcade. I
Is that the one
was
where you can't even get past the first jump, or is
well.
that the console?
That's the NES.
Okay,
The Dragon's Lair for the arcade was a Laserdisc game. It was all animated by a guy who worked for Disney and stuff. It
yeah,
looks
Tom Blues. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. I was not aware it was a. Oh, arrow says right. Hit right. I thought you actually played it, and and it was $1. It wasn't a 25-cent game at the roller rink. It was a fucking dollar, and I remember putting in my last dollar in it and being done within two moves and going, "Oh my god, this is not a game you play." I was so pissed.
so it's one of those like movie games where you just once in a while press a button.
Yes, that's all Dragon's Lair is, but at the time it looked gorgeous because I mean arcade was always better than anything else you could get, but nothing was like that. And after that, and I think I almost wonder if that's where I got my love of watching other people play. Is I couldn't afford to play those games, so I'd watch other people play it to see how far they could get. And
Yeah,
Dragon's Lair was one of those ones that even watching other people, I'm like, how many cores did you put in this thing to get to the point to where you are at now? Because this game sucks, and Dragon's Lair was one of them.
one of those games where somebody hands you the controller. You want to play? I'm
Yeah,
good.
yep. It's like Night Trap on the Sega CD. It was Night Trap on the Sega CD. I think actually might have been more entertaining. Um, but yeah, that was one of my honorable mentions. I got one left. What do you got?
My last honorable mention now. It's not fair because technically I haven't finished it, and I'll set it up by saying this is a game that I should adore, it's a game that scratches a lot of itches for me. It's story driven. It's open world. It's a western.
Ooh,
But for the goddamn life of me, I cannot get into it. And it's Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm with you on that one. I saved the guy from Red Dead Redemption, the first one,
Yeah,
Marston or whatever, and I haven't
Marston.
played it since.
I I'm on an island now. I got shipwrecked. First of all, I'm like, okay, a
It's a
little bit
western.
weird for a western, but whatever. I dig it. I don't know why I don't like it because it's everything that I do like in games. It's just it didn't hook me, and I've been trying to play it because I'm like, okay, I gotta like this. I gotta like this. I think I'm like halfway through, at least from what like the data says, like 49%. I'm like, I just have no instinct to go back and play it to finish it, which upsets me because I like westerns. I like open world games. It's story driven. It's good characters. It plays well. I just it didn't hook me,
I I don't
and I'm like
blame you
trying
at
to
all.
force it. I'm like trying to force myself to like, and that's not helping.
Have you played the first Red Dead?
I did for a while, but then that was PS3, right?
Yeah, because I have it on the 360.
That might have been when I was like transitioning from the 3 to the 4, so I kind of
Oh,
like
so
just abandoned.
I bought Red Dead when I got Red Dead 2. I'm like, well, I should play the first one, which turns
Yeah,
out actually you should play them the other way around. But
yeah, but you
I
can't know that.
no, and I loved the first one. The only problem is, ended up getting into a Grand Theft Auto situation. I got to where my starting point, my save spot, was in a bar upstairs. Every time I walked out, I couldn't resist it. Shot someone in the head and just said, "Let's see how many people I can take out." It and but I'm with you on it. The second, I mean, I had fun doing that. In fact, I think I have a couple of videos on the Pound Buttons channel about it. The second one, beautiful, open
Yeah,
world,
yeah,
controls are fantastic.
yeah, and it's a good story and everything. I can't play it. I don't know why.
It's funny. I kind of want to play it now. Now that you're bringing it up and saying all the good things about it, I kind of want to. Because I did the same thing. I'm like, I bought this motherfucker. I bought the Director's Unlimited Ultra up your ass cut version of it. And I've maybe got 2 hours into it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I might play it for another like hour later, and then I'll be like, no, I'm done with this. I don't know why. Like Death Stranding, I fell in love with right away. Ghost of Tsushima, I couldn't wait to get back to those games, and even Grand Theft Auto 5, I couldn't wait. And I'm not a big Grand Theft Auto guy,
Yeah, I
but
was really surprised you got that.
Grand Theft Auto was $10 on PS5. Beautiful, nice,
Yeah.
good use of the dual sense. But I liked it. I love the three characters. It's fun to like change between the three of them and do all the missions and see how it all comes together. But Red Dead Redemption 2, I don't know. I just it's a game I should love, but I don't, and I'm kind of upset that I don't.
You know what I think it might be, and maybe it's the same reason I don't, is there's a level of grinding that's just a little bit more irritating than the other games.
That's true.
It's like you have to do a certain thing before you can move on to that other certain thing. Where in other things, like with Grand Theft Auto, yeah, it's story driven, you have to do the other thing, but there's fun shit you can do in between instantly. Where in Red Dead Redemption 2, if you want to just go have a little bit of fun, you need to do some traveling and hope you find it.
And hope you don't run across bounty hunters that are impossible to kill.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 is because even 1 had a smaller map base. 2 is almost too large. Like it almost needs you almost need I mean, you can do other side missions. I don't know how to explain it. I just think it might be a little too grinding because I don't know if you ever played Gun. I've beat that game twice now. And it's not a
I
Rockstar game. What's
I
that?
played it on PS2. Yeah, gone. I played it on PS2.
Yeah, you would think it's a Rockstar game because I actually thought
Just
Red
played
Dead
it.
Redemption 2 was a sequel. Or for the first one, not the second one. Um, that game was awesome. Play it now. The controls and camera are horseshit.
Yeah,
It's amazing what we learned to play with until they finally standardized like shoulder buttons and stuff like that. It it's funny. I'm with you on that Red Dead. I kind of want to try it again.
it'll be the same thing. You play it for like an hour and be like, okay, or you get one of these missions where you have to like travel real far. Like, I don't feel like doing. I don't feel like riding a horse 2 miles an hour because if you ride the horse too fast,
Yeah.
it gets tired and will get hurt and die.
Yeah, I killed mine.
Where at least in at least in Grand Theft Auto 5, I hop in another car and I take the fuck off at 900 miles an hour.
Yes, yeah, that's kind of that grinding thing I'm talking about. Grinding is not the right term, but it's kind of that thing where like if you can always quickly get back in the game with Grand Theft Auto. Red Dead, you don't quickly get back in, and if you're way out there, you are fucked.
Yep, you got to ride back on a
Yeah.
horse, and you may not see another human being.
Now I'm trying to remember. Can you whistle in Red Dead 2 to get a
Yeah,
horse?
but he's got to be like within a certain feet. I
Okay.
think.
It's
Like
been.
Ghost of Tsushima, if you get separated from a horse, you whistle. He comes because it's like a mystic thing, no matter where he is.
Oh, God, I do want
But
to
you know what?
play that.
The Stranding is kind of like that, where I mean, there's no humans around at all, but it's still more interesting and fun to me to play that than Red Dead Redemption 2.
Well, Death Stranding, from what I heard, is pretty story driven though too. Like
Oh,
really
it is. Yeah,
well
it's very
story driven.
linear, but you got to do certain things in order to get to where you're going. I mean, it's pretty. You have choices on which deliveries you want to make, yeah, but because the story ones come in like gold, and the others are
Oh,
just kind of there. But yeah, I mean, but it just there's just something about it. And like I said, I should love this game. This is everything I want, but I don't for whatever reason.
it's funny you say that because I feel that way about it too. Oh shit. Well, my last honorable mention actually it shouldn't be in my honorable mention. It should be in my top five. I really did these out of whack, but Double Dragon for the NES. So
Really,
pissed off when I found out it wasn't a two-player game.
it's not.
Nope, Sega's is. Sega Master System and Sega Genesis are a two-player game. Nintendo's version is a single-player game unless you do Battle Arena like Super Street Fighter. Then you can do two-player.
Why was that done?
I think it's because if you play the Master System or the Genesis version, because you can only have so many sprites on the screen at a time, they kind of flicker if you got too much going on. So Nintendo, in order to keep the flickering down, they only let you play one player.
So it's not Double Dragon then.
Nope, it's just single dragon.
It's just Half Dragon.
Yeah,
Was Double Dragon 2 though? They it was 2 player, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I never played the second one, not on SNES at least,
Huh.
because I
That's
don't think it was for Nintendo. Wasn't that just SNES? Or did they come out with two? No, they came out two for the NES, didn't they?
yeah.
Yeah, I never played it on there though. Yeah, it was, and plus if you played on the Genesis, because Wise and I used to play it, and if you killed the other person, you took their life. So Wise and I would wait till someone was almost dead, and the other person would kill him to take their life. Of course, Wise would get cocky and just kill you anyways. But
Of course.
the so we went and got the Nintendo version because Wise had a Nintendo. We're like, let's go get it, and the we found that out. We played the Super Street Fighter version a little bit. And we're like, this fucking sucks, and yeah, we stopped playing it. I
Well,
still own it, but
that'd be crappy to find out.
yeah, that was a harsh because you played in the if you play in the arcade, it's two player. You played on Master System, it was two player. You played on Genesis, it's two player, and then you get Nintendo, which back in the day, even if you were a Genesis or Sega person, Nintendo was known to be the best in the 8-bit range, and even though it wasn't necessarily true, and yeah, you get that piece of shit. So yeah,
Wow.
that actually should not have been in my honorable mention. It wasn't like I said, I did my thing out of order, kind of. But yeah, that is a pile of shit, and that was my last one. You have one more, don't you?
No, that was my 5 and honorable mentions.
Yeah, that was a lot. Holy crap. That was 43 minutes worth of bitching.
20 minutes of me on my rampage on Evil Dead.
That was hilarious. Holy shit. All right, so that was that. That'll be on Rumble, YouTube, all that good stuff. I think I said at the beginning for the first time. Where's my stop record button?